Hey guys, welcome back. I'm just going to go over scaling, skewing, and rotating really quick here. You guys have been doing it all along, but of course there's different ways of doing it, so I just want to show it to you. So we're going to go back here to this little guy here that we've created, and as you can see, if I grab the corner, I get that little icon as I get close to it, right? And you can rotate it. Okay, you can hold down the shift key and you constrain that rotation point by 15-degree increments. Okay, so you can do it that way, right? And also you could scale it, right? So I could scale this, but you see that it's scaling disproportionately. If I hold the shift key, it'll keep the proportions, right, of scaling. If I want to rotate around the center point of this object, I would just grab this little icon here. And again, if I hold the shift key, it gives me 15-degree increments. Okay. Now, if I want to skew, I just have to get in between this area here. And you see that it keeps the bottom point planted, right? But if I hold down the command key, I can skew both top and bottom at the same time. Okay. And that pretty much is it, I think. I don't think there's anything major there. But one other thing I would like to point out too is a tool that's over here in the transform palette. If you click here, you can make transformations based on these points on the object. So you see here, these are representing of those points right there, right? So I want to center something around the center point of rotation. I'll just click that icon there. And let's say I want to make the rotation 90 degrees. There you go. Okay. You can also, if you click on this little arrow, you can also do it this way. You can make changes that way. Okay. And these, again, are representative of those constraint. Right? Okay. So let's see. In theory, if I do the same thing and I move the point here, it should rotate around that point. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so you can always change the center point or the point of rotation by clicking on those boxes. You could change the width and the height here of the of this object. So let's just say I want to make this 400 on the width. It increases it and it constrains the height, so it gives you the proportionate height as well. If I Command Z that, and I unclick this right here, then it'll be unproportionate. So let's say 440, and it scales it out 440. Okay, so this is a very powerful palette. You should definitely make yourself very comfortable with it. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm just going to throw this in here in this area here. The navigator, since I'm right here, is this palette here. Is if this picture is really huge, for instance, let's scale up, right? And I'm working on a section. Instead of having to scale out or hold my space bar down to move this object around, I may just use the navigator, clicking and dragging in this area to move around my object. So I can see the whole scene and get to things a lot quicker by using the navigator. And that way I don't get too lost in my scene. Okay, so I'm going to zoom that back out. I'm going to say Command 0. And that's going to bring everything into view. And that's pretty much it for scaling, skewing, and rotating. All right. If you have any questions, send me a tweet. Send me a, you can enter a discussion. You can start a discussion, or you can email me. Okay. All right, guys. Hopefully I got through that quick enough for you. You didn't spend too much time on that. And we're getting closer to finishing up and moving on to a project. All right. Talk to you guys later.